Harvard's CS50 is considered the #1 coding resource by most. But does it live up to the hype? So 2 months ago, I set a new challenge for myself to complete CS50 and truly learn how to code properly. See, because up to that moment, I dabbled in code by doing Codecademy and stuff online on YouTube. But this was my first legit course. And in this video, I'll give you a full review of what the courses are like, how I did, and whether or not you should do this as well. We'll cover the projects, we'll cover how long it will take, and my overall feelings and opinions on this course. So I'd like to first talk about what the course was actually like. So going into it, I only thought that this was going to be a programming course focusing on coding and different ways to code, learning new languages. But to my surprise, we literally learned everything there is to know about programming. So learning about the operating system, how gigabytes work, the binary system of counting, the origins of code. We even learned about emojis, which was really surprising. And this was also alongside learning about the different languages and applying them. So it is a very deep course, and it was really surprising to see how much stuff was condensed in a 11 to 12 week course. And essentially, it really lived up to my expectation of the amount of stuff in it, for the sole reason that there's a lot of information that you will learn to get yourself through the door at a tech company or starting a business. So the instructor is named David, I think. David something, my bad man if I forgot your name. But the style of course is also really, really surprising. It is a university style class, obviously because it's at Harvard, but just the way it's structured as well really reminds me of going to university and college. So again, it's an 11 to 12 week course, and the schedule goes as follows. So you watch a lecture on their site. It's around 2 to 3 hours. And then after that lecture is over, you work on a lab and a project. So I'll go a little bit into projects in a bit, but to understand it, the course is self-paced and you go at your own pace. Now again, the projects consisted of 2 a week. It usually had to do with something we learned in the class. So let's say we learned about the language C or Scratch or Python. We would do that week's project and lab in that language and apply what we learned in the lesson to the projects. So there's a ton of projects that we did. I mean 24 to be exact. And it's no joke. Like for example, when we were learning about C and algorithms, we had to make a hash table like a Mario tower. I hope that makes sense. Like it's a stepping tower. Anyways, we had to make that. Or another lesson where one of the classes we had using C, we had to make a photo filter. So you know on your phone you have like filters on it where you can turn your photo black and white, you can turn it like focused or whatever, yeah? So we took that and we took our knowledge of C and we made photo filters, which was really cool. So yeah, like the projects were actually really challenging, and if you're coming from a position of zero code, I came from around 2 or 3 months of experience with programming. But if you're coming from zero knowledge, it's really going to push you to be a better programmer and learn the basics. It'll teach you that coding is hard, that you need to Google, you need to search stuff and learn on your own even after the lesson. And it's really going to push you, and it's going to push you past your limits, past what you think you know. So the coolest thing about this course really is the final project as well. So unlike the rest of the projects during the semester, you actually get to pick what your final project wants to be. Whether you want to make a stock application, you want to make a coffee app, I don't know, drinking coffee, whatever it may be. It's up to you to pick it and apply what you learned in the semester into a project. So personally, I made a law application where you could find lawyers within the application. It looks terrible. It looks so bad. But the whole point of it is to apply what you have learned and get the ball rolling where you're making your own project. So overall, this thing took me around 1 to 2 months, like a month and a half. And I worked on the course for around 2 to 3 hours a day. You could definitely speed it up and really accelerate how fast you learn this course. If you're new, you're gonna suck at first, but that's fine because this is a beginner's course. It's really for anyone, and you're gonna learn a ton. It's a beautiful course. You will learn everything there is to know about programming, theories, algorithms, data, everything. Everything. It's beautiful. So in my opinion, the professor's amazing. You're gonna learn a lot, and if you're considering going into programming as a self-taught developer and the like, it is very helpful. It provides you with the structure that not a lot of free resources could give you. The content is literally like no other. You would think that you should pay for this stuff because it's that good. And yeah, it's definitely worth it, especially that it's free, which is insane to me. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, let me know. And yeah, I mean, my name is Azar, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.